Hello everyone and welcome to the Black Lagoon. If you're like me, then you know that Halloween Horror Nights is the best part of the year in Florida, but this year it was canceled due to the pandemic. However, Universal announced it would have two daytime haunted houses in the park, and they just happened to test it out on a weekend that I was in Orlando, so of course I had to go. Let's start with the Revenge of the Tooth Fairy, which according to the HHN Wiki was actually going to be a part of Halloween Horror Nights 29 last year, but was replaced by the Us House. This is a fun house with a pretty interesting plot. It leans much more on that storyline to draw you in instead of setting immersion, so it kind of requires you to pay pretty close attention to the narration as you go to understand what's happening. In comparison to the houses from last year, I'd say this one would be towards the bottom of the rankings, but that does not at all mean that it wasn't fun. It had some great practical effects and costumes, and an ending that will get you, with multiple scares popping off all around you at once. Now to The Bride of Frankenstein Lives. I knew I'd like this one from the start because I love anything related to the Universal classic monsters. It does have a nice story along with it, like the Tooth Fairy, but I found this one to have a more immersive setting, which I really loved. If you love the classics like I do, this is the house for you. I'd say compared to last year's houses, this would have been right around the middle of the pack. But in a year like this, when I thought we were getting nothing, I cherished this like life itself. Universal has made it very clear online that this is not HHN. This is just a few houses to satiate a bit of your hunger for spookiness. They want to make sure there's no confusion about this being a real Horror Nights, so everyone knows next year we'll still have the massive HHN 30 event we were supposed to have this year. Universal has already announced that the houses will return for all of October. There are rumors that 2 more haunted houses might get added, but there's been no official word yet as of recording this. And even though it's certainly not quite the same, I am eternally grateful to Universal for giving us this oasis of fun among the endless hellscape that is 2020. Let me know what you think of these haunted houses if you've gotten the chance to visit them as well in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Stay spooky.